FM 88.1 WHPR, Highland Park.
Welcome to Detroit Sports Jersey with your host Will and your co-host, the water cooler guru, FM 88.1 WHPR Power Talk Live Radio. Live call-in number 313-868-3688. Live every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Straight sports talk, no professionals here. Live streaming at FM881WHPR.com.
Welcome to Detroit Sports Jersey. I'm your host Will with the Water Cooler Guru.
Good morning, Detroit. Glad to be here this morning.
We'd like to thank you for joining us. Feel free to call in at 313-868-3688. And before we get into our topics, we're going to have a word from our sponsor.
WHPR.com.
All right, we right back. We're gonna have a word for our sponsors, having a few technical difficulties. But before we, first thing I want to get off of the All-Star Weekend, Guru.
It's a joke now, man.
Hey, let me ask you a question. What you think they should get rid of, the NFL Combine, Pro Bowl, or the N.B.A. dunk contest?
Two of the three.
Which two of the three?
The dunk contest and the NFL Pro Bowl.
An NFL Pro Bowl?
Yeah. The Combine is a needed.
What about
source.
the rookie and sophomores? That was a
scrap that.
What you say?
Scrap it.
They scrapped that too?
Scrap it. It's garbage.
Okay, then. Before we move on, get deep into our topics, once again, we're going to have a word from our sponsor.
Well, good morning, Detroit Sports Jersey fans. Thanks for joining us at FM 88.1 WHPR on this beautiful Sunday morning. Detroit Sports Jersey is sponsored by WellCard Health. There's a free medical discount program called WellCard Health that offers up to 75% discounts on doctor, dental, vision, and prescription services at doctors and pharmacies throughout Detroit, including CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, Rite Aid, and more. For more information, 800-285-5941 for your free card. A portion of all proceeds generated from this card will be donated to the Red Cross of Southeast Michigan. That's 800-285-5941 to get your card. For people and families with no insurance or with limited insurance, 800-285-5941. Detroit, save money on tickets. Pistons, Tigers, Red Wings. CraigslistTickets.biz has great seats at low prices. Joe Louis Arena tickets are on sale. For more information, 877-870-3668. Comerica Park tickets now available. For more information, www.craigslisttickets.biz, or for more information, 877-870-3668. You are listening to Detroit Sports Jersey live on FM 88.1 WHPR Power Talk Live Radio. Live call-in number 313-868-3688. And now back to host Will and co-host the Water Cooler Guru. Straight sports talk, no professionals here.
All right, thank you very much. Once again, I'd like to thank our sponsors. And before we, stepped aside for a minute, we was talking about the All-Star game. It's All-Star dunk contest. It's All-Star weekend. You watching the game tonight?
Yeah, I'm watching it. I'm glued to the TV set.
I mean, it's just a simple yes or no. You watching the game? I don't think I'm going to watch it. I think I'm going to pop in a movie. I want to see players just walking up and down the court. If I want to see that, I'll go over there on Dexter and Davis.
Exactly.
These supposed to be professionals, so I don't know. I might glance at it.
It's losing the luster, man. They're getting,
Hey, let's get back to this dunk contest. I think they should make the players especially the winners, come back and defend their title. I mean, come on.
That too. We want to see the superstars in there. You know, like the LeBrons and all them, the good dunkers doing in the game situation. Not these guys. I never heard of the guy that won the contest.
I mean, those were some amazing dunks he did, but I'm like you. I never heard of him. You know,
It ain't the same.
and it's really not so much of hearing about him, but at least come back and defend your title. Blake Griffin should have came back. This year and defended his title.
I agree.
And like you said, the great ones done been in there. Mike, Dr. J.
Well, I like to watch. Everybody wanted to watch those dunk contests because you had the name players, and it just makes a big difference. It gives it a better flavor when the name players are there.
So what you saying? The N.B.A. losing its touch and
Well, it's all about me. You know what I mean? And there ain't really no money in the dunk contest. There's nothing winning the dunk contest. They don't believe in pride no more. If it ain't about them getting paid, they're not doing it.
And that celebrity all-star game, that was a joke too. They can that also. 3-point contest is okay, but it's nothing to write home about.
It tells you what the league is going to. You had 2 6'11" guys going to the finals for the 3-point contest. What about the shooting guard? What happened to them?
Yeah, that's true. Like I said, that's the 3-point contest. Okay, I could live with it.
And that little skills competition is.
Oh, that's a joke too.
Exactly.
They can really get rid of all of that. Now one guy was telling me the other day that like with the All-Star game to make the well, I told him it sounds good, but then you got 3 years in between that. He was like how the Major League Baseball, whoever win the National League, they have the home court advantage. He was like the year before that the whoever the East or West, whoever win the All-Star game should be able to go to the Olympics the next year. You agree or disagree? Because you basically going to have the same big name players on the Olympics anyway.
Yeah, but that means you're going to cut half your players out. That means.
Come on, you got the same old regular players going every year.
No, but you got. Yeah, but they from the East and.
They drug out Jason Kidd corpse in the last Olympics. He out there playing at 54. Call in 313-868-3688. What we do, we take hot topics during the week. Come on here, give our unprofessional opinion. Because we ain't no professionals here, neither you at home.
Exactly, let's keep it real.
Guru, you still giving away your money?
Don't nobody want it, man.
I'm just asking,
undefeated.
Are you still giving it away?
I'm giving it away. I'm undefeated.
Guru have a contest going on. Call in, win his money. You asked him, he going to ask you 3 questions. Just 3 questions. It can't be 3 questions connected to one. We ain't playing that game.
I like to spice it up a little bit.
All right. The second half of the season about to start. People talking about the Pistons should just, tank, throw in the towel to get the number 1 pick. What you think about athletes and teams that,
That's just a myth, man. Teams do not do that.
Come on now.
No.
You don't think San Antonio did that when they get
they just
to
was
get
that bad.
Tim Duncan? You crazy?
They
They had
just
David
that bad.
Robinson, and when David Robinson went down, the whole team went
Right,
down.
you got it right. You got
Yeah,
it right.
exactly. So
I'm saying they were just that bad.
they could have played a little harder. Now they wasn't playing hard. They wanted Tim Duncan.
So you gonna tell me Charlotte, which is 4-28, they faking it?
No, I'm telling you who the number 1 pick gonna go to. I told you that last night when we were discussing it, that New Orleans gonna get it. Cause they looking to sell that team. What better way to get the number 1 pick? Everybody know who the player's gonna be. Anthony Davis out of Kentucky. So that's gonna draw.
Yeah, right now, when you told me that, I was thinking New Orleans had the worst record in the league. They don't.
No. But it don't matter though. It don't matter. They gonna set it up at
So you saying the ping pong balls?
Oh yeah, no doubt. Come on, that's what's gonna happen.
No, a neutral people does the ping pong balls.
Okay, they only 4 games ahead of Charlotte. Come on, we got about 40 something left, 30.
Okay, hold on. So in 32 games, Charlotte done won 4. So how many do you think they're gonna win out of the next 34 games?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm telling you what's going to happen.
I think Charlotte got a lock already on their first pick.
If David Stern vetoed that trade with Chris Paul to the Lakers, the fix is in. I'm telling you, heard it here first.
No, the fix
that
ain't.
Anthony Davis is going to New Orleans. You see, you missing the big picture. They looking for an owner, man. They looking for an owner.
Well, if they
They
really,
have nothing there. Who want to go buy that team?
yeah, but if they really wanted to do something, they would have let the trade happen in December.
Okay, I understand that, but why? Who want to buy that team? Who's over there in New Orleans? See, it ain't all about setting up a franchise now. So like those Charlottes or whatever. Because Michael Jordan, he destroying that team. He was a good player, but
Isaiah.
I mean, he's a great player, but Joe, baby, Mike, what you doing to the team over in Charlotte? But
They are kind of pitiful.
oh yeah, but I'm telling you, they looking to sell that team.
Yeah, but and number one pick is not all that. What we gonna call
All
it?
right, we'll get back to this subject as soon as we take this call. Detroit Sports Jersey, you live on the air. Where you name and where you calling from?
Good morning, it's Jen with Wellcard.
Hello, Jennifer. How you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Good, how are you guys?
We're fine.
All right, how's everything out there in Colorado?
It's going well, going really well. How about there in Detroit?
Beautiful day. We're in the land of the living. We can't complain.
Oh, good, good.
So what can we do for you today, Jennifer?
I'm just calling in to let everybody know about the Wellcard Health discount cards. I'm going to remind everybody that if you're uninsured or if your insurance doesn't maybe cover certain types of services like prescriptions, medical, dental, vision, you can call in and get a free card to help you out with those things.
Okay, and like you said, you can use these cards at Walgreens, Rite Aid, CVS, so they accept it at the major drug stores, pharmacies.
Exactly. There's actually over 59,000 pharmacies across the country that the card's accepted at, and all of those major stores that you just mentioned. And the great news is if you use it once, say in Detroit, you can use it somewhere else when you go out of town in another state. So you're not limited to using it at the same place once you've started using it. As well as there are actually 13 different programs attached to the card. So as I mentioned before, if you don't have dental insurance, or say your dental insurance has maxed out possibly for the year, which can happen fairly easily if you have to have a crown or something like that done, this is a free card that will actually help you to get a discount on any remaining services that you might have throughout the year. Same with vision. There's a 24-hour consult-a-doc program where you can call in and pay a copay and talk to a doctor over the phone 24 hours a day, and they will be able to diagnose acute things over the phone and help you out in many cases. If you've had an accident and you don't have any insurance, there's actually a service that will go and help you negotiate your hospital bills. So surgical centers, including the Mayo Center, are attached to this card. So again, it's absolutely free, and for more information, it's 1-800-285-5941, or people can also get cards from you guys at the station.
Oh yeah, we have plenty of cards. Let me ask you a question, Jennifer, about this card. Okay,
Sure.
let's say a family of 4 or 5. Can the whole family use like one card, or do they have to get like their own individual cards?
Nope, they can all use the same card.
Okay then, and once
They
again,
can even use it for their family pet. So if your dog needs a prescription, and the prescription can be filled at a retail pharmacy, which in many cases it can, then you can actually use this card to get your pet's medication filled at a discount.
oh, that's another wonderful thing. I didn't know old Snoop Doggy Dogg is covered too.
Yeah.
I got a
The dog,
question.
the cat, the snake, anything that can be, any prescription that can be filled at a retail pharmacy, which a lot of the veterinary medications can. You can use this card as well. So,
Okay, I like that. And once again, it's free to the people out there listening. There's no charge, no out-of-pocket expense. Actually, you're saving money using this card.
absolutely, there's no registration fee, nothing. So there's no charge to you until you actually use the card, and then you're only being charged whatever the discounted amount is for the service that you would have been using anyways. So there's no catch. Everybody thinks there's a catch, and there's no catch.
Well, I got a question, because I'm quite sure we got some listeners out there probably thinking about this. What about them guys that's got the medical marijuana? Will the card help them there?
No, the card cannot be used for medical marijuana.
Hey, Jennifer, I'm about to call the police on him.
I'm just checking on the brothers, man.
I'm about to go. No, this is strictly over the counter, legal.
Not the case with that one, but
no, this is all legal prescriptions. That's it.
Exactly. Good question, though. Hey, you never know, right?
Well, that's true, because like I said, I didn't even know that the pets are covered under this, which is a wonderful thing.
Yes, absolutely. Because those pets, they're like a part of your family, and it's hard sometimes to make those decisions as to whether or not you can afford to fill those prescriptions. And so this gives you an opportunity to be able to maybe make that decision a little bit easier.
Exactly, because, them pets, they can get expensive going to the vet. So, there's nothing really cheap. Matter of fact, some of theirs is more expensive than us going to the doctor.
Exactly. And then, again, there are over 400,000 medical providers across the country that are a part of our network, and you can get discounts on doctor visits as well. So if you don't have any insurance, but you really have been needing to get in to maybe get your cholesterol checked or something like that, this is a great opportunity to take advantage of this program and get it done and possibly extend your quality of life a little bit. So.
And once again, that's Well Card Health, and give them that contact information again, Jennifer, for those that wasn't ready.
1-800-285-5941. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Even if you have insurance, I think that this is a great card to have in your pocket, simply because insurance doesn't always cover everything. They may exclude certain types of medications, or if you have to have something refilled before your insurance will allow. Those are the perfect types of situations where this card can get you a discount where your insurance maybe isn't going to help you out. So, don't think that you can't benefit from this card just because you might have a great insurance program.
Exactly, and all of us need to save a few dollars, here and there today. Every little bit adds up.
Absolutely, especially with gas prices going up. Can you guys believe that?
Oh my God! Can we use it at the gas pump, Jennifer?
I wish I would be doing it. I was horrified when I had to fill up my tank the other day.
That's why I need to save some money at the gas tank.
I know. Me too. Okay. We need to start a discount gas card.
Exactly. Okay, Jennifer, give us that contact information one more time.
1-800-285-5941, or they can also get cards through you guys.
Exactly, Jennifer. We appreciate you calling in, and like I said, we'll pass this information along to everyone out there that's listening and beyond.
Sounds good. Everybody have a great day.
Okay, you too. You have a good day too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Thank you, Jennifer, for calling in at Well Card Health. And like you said, great program they got going on there. We'll pass the information on. And before we get into our next topic, we're going to have another word from our sponsor. And we'll be back right after this.
Thank you, Will. Good morning, Detroit Sports Jersey fans. Thanks for joining us at FM 88.1 WHPR on this beautiful Sunday morning. Detroit Sports Jersey is sponsored by WellCard Health. There's a free medical discount program called WellCard Health that offers up to 75% discounts on doctor, dental, vision, and prescription services at doctors and pharmacies throughout Detroit, including CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, Rite Aid, and more. For more information, 800-285-5941 for your free card. A portion of all proceeds generated from this card will be donated to the Red Cross of Southeast Michigan. That's 800-285-5941 to get your card. For people and families with no insurance or with limited insurance, 800-285-5941. Detroit, save money on tickets. Pistons, Tigers, Red Wings. CraigslistTickets.biz has great seats at low prices. Joe Louis Arena tickets are on sale. For more information, 877-870-3668. Comerica Park tickets now available. For more information, www.craigslisttickets.biz, or for more information, 877-870-3668. You are listening to Detroit Sports Jersey live on FM 88.1 WHPR Power Talk Live Radio. Live call-in number 313-868-3688. And now back to host Will and co-host the Water Cooler Guru. Straight sports talk, no professionals here.
FM 88.1 WHPR.
All right, thank you very much. Once again, thanks to our sponsor, and appreciate them, sponsoring Detroit Sports Jersey and DetroitSportsJersey.com. Missed any of the information, we always download the show every Sunday at DetroitSportsJersey.com. You can go up there and look at it. And once again, I want to give a shout out to the military, Army, Marines, Air Force, Navy,
and the National Guard.
Navy, National Guard, big supporter of I can't even talk right now. Big supporter of ours. I mean, you can feel free to jump in there too.
Because you set it off.
I'm gonna get off sports topic for one thing, because this topic been bothering me, and I'm about to call him out. Chris Brown. Chris Brown, you a punk. You're always out there hitting on women, snatching stuff from women. Why don't you do that to a man? I mean, I'm confused.
But what did he do, man? I missed it.
Some female was down, I guess it's down in Florida. She taking a picture of him on her cell phone. He snatched the phone from her, talking, "You ain't gonna be putting this." Of course he cussing this up on no website or Facebook. Now I'm quite sure there be men around too, that takes his picture. Why he don't never snatch none of their phone? Well, I mean, he just don't get it. I was kind of on his side at first, but he's an idiot.
So what did he do? Destroy her phone?
He kept it. Drove off. He snatched that. Yeah, in the limo. He snatched while she was taking the picture. He reached in there. He reached outside and snatched, and they drove off with her cell phone. He's an idiot.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm losing it. Now, how do you let somebody, while you standing on the street, how you let somebody drive up and snatch your phone from you?
No. I don't think he was driving. I think he was getting into the car. Had the window down. He probably was taking a picture. They're gonna get as close as they can. The fans are. So he reached out, snatched it, rolled the window up, and drove off. He's a punk. He's a coward. He is, man. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Did they file charges?
Charges are pending because he might be in violation of his probation with that Rihanna thing, which that's another subject that's really messed up. I don't care about them getting back together and this and that. And Rihanna,
excuse me.
Rihanna, they just don't get it, man. You had these people, that were supporting you and this and that. Now they mad because you done hooked back up with this woman beater. So that's what he is. He beat. I can say it because it's facts.
Who is Rihanna?
Rihanna, the singer.
No, I don't know.
All righty then. I need to get somebody in here that's 20 years younger. Because obvious he's still stuck on Sammy Davis.
Exactly, Rita Franklin. Yeah, these new Rihanna.
Don't you know who Rihanna is? Man, come on, man. You don't know who Rihanna is.
No.
Are you serious?
She's some kin to Elvis?
Oh, God. Oh, jeez. I might as well change this subject. Now, this is going nowhere.
Chris Brown is
you
not
know the woman that he beat.
Okay. I'm supposed to
Oh,
ring a
my
bell?
God. Are you, my man, what, do you live in a cave?
Hey, man, I'm a sports guy, man. These, that old baby mama drama, I don't really follow that.
All right, when we come back, the guru's going to tell you why he hate partying with black people at 2 in the morning. Oh, Jesus. All right, we're going to move on from that topic because you don't have no clue and no idea.
Exactly.
Are you serious?
I've never heard of the girl, man.
And you dead serious, too. I bet you this caller heard of it. They about to call you an idiot. Detroit Sports Jersey. You live. Where you calling from and your name?
What's up? This is Longhorn.
Longhorn, what you got a direct line number to get in here every week?
See, when the guru, when he thinks of a couple or a celebrity couple getting in a fight, he probably thinking Ike and Tina Turner, man.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I'm
let
talking
that go,
about.
my man. Ike and Tina.
Ike, my hero.
Ike dead, man. How is he your hero, man? We can't be having condoning no women beater up here. Come on now. You know,
Guru say who's Rihanna?
yeah, Rihanna. I know, Longhorn, you done heard of Rihanna, ain't you?
Yeah, boy.
I don't know where he been, for real. I don't know where he been.
Now, Chris Brown, you know what? Just lock him up, man. Throw away the key. Number one, you gonna snatch somebody's cell phone to drive. Isn't that theft?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Strong arm robbery, if you ask me.
And if it's over a certain amount, is that called larceny?
Exactly. He's a punk. And I tell him to his face, he's a punk. He's right. I tell him to his face. Cause that's all he do is pick on women. He don't never go out there and get involved with no man and stuff. I mean, real man and get, when they call him out and want to, get up in his chest. He want to have a Twitter war. Now that's how he fight men. He get on Twitter. He don't get in their face like he do the women.
Oh, he tweet them.
Yeah, he tweeting. They having battle over the tweets.
He's gonna be somebody's sweet. When they lock him up, he's gonna be somebody's sweet.
I mean, it just bothered me that he's a punk. I can't say that enough. He's a punk.
And about this all-star basketball thing, man. Well, I'm like the guru. What a point guard is that, man? For shooting the 3-point.
Stephen A. Smith said behind closed doors that these players really don't want to be at the All-Star weekend anyway. They're not going to say it publicly. They're going to say the right things in front of the cameras for the fans to get more money for themselves, but they don't want to be there.
Because, them big men, 6'11", 6'10", don't impress me shooting the three. Because how many times in a real game situation are they going to be shooting 3 points? That's what I'm talking about. In the crunch time, how many times they gonna roll out to the 3-point line?
Well, that let you know where the big man then gone. The big man is still under the basket. He wouldn't be out there at the 3-point line.
He want to be a 7-foot guard.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
Ain't no more posting up.
Right. Ain't no doing the dirty way, getting rebounds, blocking shots. They out there at the 3-point line.
The guards out rebounding the big man.
Exactly. Rondo getting triple doubles.
You watching All-Star game tonight?
No, man, shoot. I'd rather get on my N.B.A. game and play it on my PS3. And I got another comment about the dunk contest. I agree wholeheartedly. Those cats who won the contest, man, need to come back and defend their title. What they scared of? That's what I want to know.
Exactly. If you ain't injured, get out there and defend the title. Simple as that.
Right as a kelp, I'd rather see that amateur dude who came out and handed my man the trophy since we got players out there who don't know dunking. And the dunks wasn't all that impressive. It wasn't no 5 slammer jammer dunks. So, you know what I'm saying? They should let Kevin Hart out there, let him dunk.
Well, and really, you know what? They didn't do the dunk contest so long. They need to let it go for a while because it's hard to get more. Everybody's jumping over something.
Well, I tell you what, last year's dunk contest was more about Kia than the dunk contest.
Oh, right.
That's all it was. That wasn't nothing but commercialized. Come on, that's next thing you said next thing you know, you see him in Kia commercials.
Exactly.
It wasn't nothing but commercialized. That's all it was. It became a joke.
But they're not showing us no dunks that we haven't saw before. I mean, it's getting old.
Yeah, that's true.
My man jumped over a motorcycle. They jumped over a couple of celebrities. I mean, well, I could have jumped over the motorcycle.
Okay, now, Guru, you're going too far now. You might have put one leg across the other and slid across it. You ain't no jumping.
I would have jumped over here at 60 years old. I can jump over a motorcycle. Do something I can't.
And that'll be your last jump.
Matter of fact, I would have jumped over a moving
You better save your
motorcycle.
last jump for jumping in the bed instead of over a motorcycle.
Now, I'm going to jump over a moving motorcycle.
So you gonna jump over a moving motorcycle?
Yeah, moving motorcycle.
I'm saying
You
in
know
the
what?
good.
I thought seriously my man was gonna stand up on the back of the seat while the dude ride past and jump off the bike and slam down.
That's what I thought he was gonna do at first too.
Yeah, that would have been a good, yeah.
That's what I thought he was
Do
gonna
something
do.
that get Evil Knievel out there. You know what I mean?
There you go.
At
See.
40 miles an hour, you jumps off and dunks.
Could you do me a favor? Could you come up to 2012 with us? Get out the 60s and 70s.
Man, that'd be a heck of one, man. It'd be 40 miles an hour, you jump off the back, dunking.
Yep.
Won't he put a cape on while he at it too?
No, my man did that a couple years ago.
Yeah, but that dunk contest is getting so outdated, man. They got to go back to the old days. You don't bring some dunk. Bring back the old cats, man. Bring back Dominique and Spurs. See if they can still do it.
Exactly.
They just need to let it, go a few years without it so, we can get some fresh,
No, what they need to do is make the stars participate in it and make the champs defend their titles.
Well,
It's as
that too.
simple as that.
That too, but I mean,
If you can't do them two things, I don't want to see it. I'm sorry.
yeah, but I don't want to see it, period, even if all of them come out because it's nothing, I mean, they done everything. It's time to let it lay down a little bit and let us forget about it and then bring it back in about 4 or 5 years.
Now, you tell me you wouldn't have watched it last night if LeBron and Blake Griffin and who else would
And Kobe and the rest.
Kobe,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I say the stars are going to make you watch it. But when
well,
you got all these bums, I mean, let it go for
well,
a
I ain't trying to be funny, but I don't want to see nobody in their 30s in the dunk contest. I don't want to see nobody.
I didn't name nobody. LeBron
You said
ain't-
Kobe.
But what
Yeah,
happens?
I don't
What
want
happens you know what?
Kobe different.
Here's the dunk though. They really don't have no up. They don't have no hop. What happens to the coming from the free throw line and slamming it down?
Oh, they tried that, but they missed.
Exactly.
They done tried that, but they done missed.
They should have a pre-dunk contest to see if you're eligible to get in the dunk contest.
Okay. All right.
Once y'all take y'all 5 and get in the dunk contest, another radio station.
She said, I got a bad back.
We do it on an 8 feet rim.
Hey, you got a bad back, you use that well card to get your subscription.
I might have to while you're playing. As soon as we leave here, I can barely walk. I hope I don't get mugged going to the bus stop in the morning. Because I can't run or fight.
All right, man.
All right, Longhorn. Thanks for calling in. You take it easy.
Hey, and Guru,
Yeah.
look up Rihanna on Google Rihanna and Chris Brown, man.
All right, man. I'll do that, man. I'll do some homework.
He said he don't have time for the mama drama.
Right, baby mama drama. Yeah.
All right, Longhorn. Thanks for calling in.
All right, y'all. I'm out.
All right, later. All right, we come back, talk about Wings, Lions, and Tigers, and who has the most pressure on them this year. So we're gonna have
Definitely the Tigers. Man.
What else? Well, okay.
Didn't fielder, G.
But I'm gonna
And
add
the
somebody
Lions
else in there
number 2.
also. There's a couple of more people I want to add in that also. So when we come back from the word from our sponsor, we'll get off into who has the most pressure on them this year.
Thank you, Will. Good morning, Detroit sports jersey fans. Thanks for joining us at FM 88.1 WHPR on this beautiful Sunday morning. Detroit Sports Jersey is sponsored by WellCard Health. There's a free medical discount program called WellCard Health that offers up to 75% discounts on doctor, dental, vision, and prescription services at doctors and pharmacies throughout Detroit, including CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, Rite Aid, and more. For more information, 800-285-5941 for your free card. A portion of all proceeds generated from this card will be donated to the Red Cross of Southeast Michigan. That's 800-285-5941 to get your card. For people and families with no insurance or with limited insurance, 800-285-5941. Detroit, save money on tickets. Pistons, Tigers, Red Wings. CraigslistTickets.biz has great seats at low prices. Joe Louis Arena tickets are on sale. For more information, 877-870-3668. Comerica Park tickets now available. For more information, www.craigslisttickets.biz, or for more information, 877-870-3668. You are listening to Detroit Sports Jersey live on FM 88.1 WHPR Power Talk Live Radio. Live call-in number 313-868-3688. And now back to host Will and co-host the Water Cooler Guru. Straight sports talk, no professionals here.
Thank you very much. Once again, thank you to our sponsors. Before we get off into our next topic, I want to ask the Guru a question. What do you think about the MVP drug testing overturned?
I'm upset with I'm upset with the establishment. Now they threw his thing out. The arbitrator came in and said, "Hey, y'all didn't do the process right, so no, you can't suspend him." So that should be end of story. But all these guys talking about he should be suspended anyway. The league is upset, crying and boo-hooing about, he need to be suspended anyway, even though the arbitrator said you didn't correctly go through your procedures correctly. So he should be forgiven and let it go. As far as I'm concerned, the test was negative.
Who you talking about?
Braun.
Milwaukee?
Yeah, Braun.
I'm just messing with you.
But the Major League Baseball, they was like, oh, wow, we're really upset. We felt that he should be suspended anyway.
So why don't everybody use that defense when they get caught? Why don't Manny come in and use that and get his 50 games?
Well, because the arbitrator came in and looked at his and said, homeboy.
Homeboy. It wasn't Mr. Manny.
Right. Homeboy. You got every illegal substance that you could find.
How come Barry and them didn't use that as their defense? They wasn't thinking that?
Well, hold on. Barry never tested positive.
Oh.
Barry Bonds.
According to...
no, that's just public opinion. He's never been...
I agree. They ain't showing no test where he...
but as far as they're concerned, he's guilty.
What about Clemens? Can he use it?
Well, he didn't test positive.
How come he did when the trainer got his syringe and his blood? Come on, what do you mean he didn't test? They had the dope kit right there.
Hey, man, it goes back to OJ, man. If it doesn't fit, you must have quit, man. You with a needle.
They got the dope kit with your DNA on it. That don't mean nothing.
It's just saying you got some of my DNA
with this dope kit.
No, you put my DNA with the dope kit.
No, your DNA is inside the dope kit.
No, but you said no, because he put it there.
Nah. So you siding with the arbitrator?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Uh-huh.
How could you not?
You
sound like the people when OJ got found not guilty, and half of America still want them to go to prison.
No. I was cool with what, it didn't bother me one way or the other what happened on that situation.
Well, it's the same way.
And then, let's keep this real. Well, we all wasn't rooting for no OJ. Everybody was rooting for Johnny Cochran.
Well,
yeah, let's keep it real. Wasn't nobody rooting for that idiot who's going to go out 10 years later, 10 years later, and steal his own football back, which he could have went to Walmart, bought one, autographed it, and said it's the same. Who gonna know the difference? He's signing it. It's his signature. He's another idiot. How you gonna go steal your own football back? You could have walked next door to Walmart and got one. And signed it.
He said it was the principal, man.
Okay, principal got him 60 years. He's too old to be looking for principal.
Now he got time to think of new principals.
He too old to be talking about he got principal. It's the principality of it. He's an idiot. He's another idiot. They should have gave him 30 more years for being an idiot. Come on, OJ. Who gonna know who football that is?
Are you?
All right, let's move on to. I'm gonna ask you a question. Who got the most pressure on them this year to win a championship? Wings, Tigers, Lions, or the Miami Heat? Who you think got the most pressure? Well, I'm gonna eliminate one. I'm gonna eliminate the Lions because they still growing and learning. So I'm gonna eliminate them.
There's gonna be a little pressure on you.
Yeah, to go to that next level. You know, not
No,
to
what do you-
win a playoff game. That's their pressure
Check
right
this
there.
out. These Lions fans, mark my word, when next season roll around, they're gonna be calling and talking champ. Come on, now, you know how they gonna talk.
They're gonna talk champs. Oh, like they true champions.
Best team ever.
313-868-3688. Call in. Let us know how you feel about who has the most pressure on them this year. I'm gonna say Miami and the Tigers.
Definitely, the Tigers in the same situation in Miami.
Yeah, they both in the same boat. Yeah, so the pressure.
You know, they gave my man $214 million. You got the MVP. You got the saves leader. You got the alcohol.
The batting champ.
Yeah, I'm not, my bad. I'm not alcoholic. The batting champ.
Why you got to get personal?
I didn't get personal.
Why you got to get personal? Did he come out? Did he come hunting you down last night on Grand River, calling you the alcoholic? Why you got to get personal?
I didn't mean to say. I don't even know the guy, man.
Yeah. Well, leave my man alone. Let him play some ball. He done lost weight. Came in slim and trim. You know.
Might be that miracle marijuana.
No, that keeps you bloated. I mean, so I heard. You know, I don't know. I don't know what's that.
Might be Cabrera calling in.
He want a bag. Detroit Sports Jersey, you live, your name and where you calling from.
I'm calling from Nashville.
Country Jeffrey, he just asked about you.
What?
I said he just asked about you, Country Jeffrey.
Yeah, I just woke up, man. Had a long night.
That's what I'm saying. Then I said he party last night.
I mean, the first thing when you woke up, you rolled over and just grabbed the phone. What about some soap and water?
Man, hold on. He on the phone.
I just kind of wait. I ain't put no soap in water. I just woke up.
Oh, you ain't gonna put no soap and water.
I'm going to put soap water in a minute.
Right. Give him a time. He ain't rolled out of bed yet.
Okay, Country Jeff. I mean, wait a minute. Whoa. When you wake up, that's the first thing you do is grab your phone.
He in bed.
Oh,
he reach over to the nightstand.
Well, I first woke up. It was cold here. And it cut the heat on.
Oh, see, the first thing he did was cut the heat on. See, you got him wrong.
Yeah, okay. And the second thing he did was grab the phone, and you believe
I
that?
had sunshine. It's cold.
So what can we do for you, Country Jeffrey?
I'm trying to win some of that guru money.
Oh, that guru money, huh? That's that new money, that guru money.
It's that cash money.
Cash money. Okay, Jeffrey.
Okay, well, let him once again thumb through his files. Never prepared, but he running a contest.
I'm trying to find an easy question for him. Man, I got.
Why you got to make it easy? Just ask him a question.
Okay, in 1936, who won the World Series?
1936. 1936, I wasn't even thought of it. I was still floating in the air. 1936. I'm working for the championship. I'm going to say Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Pittsburgh Steelers?
Yeah.
Close, but no cigar.
Right. It was the New York Yankees, man.
But Pittsburgh and New York ain't that far from each other. So
If I'm 43, you're going to ask me something after 1939.
Okay, hold on. I do, okay. Well, hold on. Who won it in 1943 then? You 43, so I'm asking you who won it in 1943.
Well, 33. I wouldn't even thought of 33. You probably wouldn't even thought of 1933.
Well, what happened last night? Who won last night?
Peru.
Okay, yeah. Okay, who won it?
I know you probably the sports weed 1933, 1929. You that old man?
Yeah, I'm kind of older. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'm asking you something that happened last night. Last night they had the sophomore and rookie All-Star game. Who won it?
I don't know. Last night I was with friends. I don't know about last night. Okay,
we're going to make it convenient for you. What year and day do you know? Any day now.
You should ask me something about the Pistons.
You want to ask you
86, 87, 88, I was told you.
Who did the Pistons draft last year with the they number 1 pick?
Last year, Stackhouse.
Close, but no cigar.
Stackhouse to retire.
It was Brandon Knight, but you was close. I can see where you was, confused. Jerry Stackhouse 40 years ago, Brandon Knight last year. You almost had it.
Matter of fact, Stackhouse played in the little celebrity.
I seen that.
Yeah, he did work out last night.
Ain't he? I think he is. Let me double check that. Country Jeffrey.
Yes, sir.
He gonna ask you one more question.
You already lost.
Close. I ain't winning. If I do win, when I get my money, can I come and get it?
Yeah, you can come get it.
They gonna cost the whole
You
money.
got to win first.
What year did the Lions win the Super Bowl?
What year?
Yeah, what year did the Lions win the Super Bowl?
82.
Close, but no cigar. They
Now,
never
you
won
pay
it.
him on that, though, but no, it was here
Who?
in '82.
I said who won the Super Bowl?
He
What
thought you
year
said
did the
who-
Lions
he
win?
said- oh, he
I don't care what he thought. He should wake up. Look at what he thought. Thought don't get you.
They bamboozling you, man. The Super Bowl was here in '82.
I said, what year did the Lions win it? And he said 82. You gonna stick with your answer?
No, it must be wrong because you read this man.
Okay, I'll give you another. Okay, I'll give you another. Take another year. What year did the Lions win the Super Bowl? Take your time. Take your time. We don't want to rush you now. I'll give you hint. It start with 19.
Ain't no hit, 19.
19 nothing because they never won or been there.
Why y'all ask me this trick question? I'm about to say 83.
Yeah, buddy. All right, Country Jeffrey. You're holding up my line now.
I'm about to Guru.
Yeah.
I'm about to come up there. You play chess?
No, I'm not good. No, I'm not a good chess player.
You used to ask people about everything. The chess,
But I'll play you in a game of chess.
Skateboard.
dog race.
You know about dog racing?
Even people race. You know, people race at night time when somebody starts shooting them around here.
Look, I told you Jerry Stackhouse was still playing on the Hawks.
All right, I got to let y'all go. I got to put the water in my mouth.
All right, then, man.
All right, the Country Jeffrey.
Have a good one. We'll see you next week.
All right, take.
Call next week.
Yeah.
I'm about to get me an off of that because you asked me some questions happening before I even thought of.
All right, get it together.
Let's before you call in next week, call in a little sober, woke. Wake up, clear your voice. Shoot some Listerine down there or something.
Listerine, all you Listerine.
You say you scope, man. You old using Listerine. They don't even sell Listerine no more.
All right, Country Jeffrey, we appreciate you calling in.
Have a good week, man.
Take it easy, man.
All right,
don't
thanks
work
for
too hard,
calling in.
man.
Take it easy. All right, later. All right, before we move into our final topic, we're going to have a word from our sponsor.
Thank you, Will. Good morning, Detroit Sports Jersey fans. Thanks for joining us at FM 88.1 WHPR on this beautiful Sunday morning. Detroit Sports Jersey is sponsored by WellCard Health. There's a free medical discount program called WellCard Health that offers up to 75% discounts on doctor, dental, vision, and prescription services at doctors and pharmacies throughout Detroit, including CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, Rite Aid, and more. For more information, 800-285-5941 for your free card. A portion of all proceeds generated from this card will be donated to the Red Cross of Southeast Michigan. That's 800-285-5941 to get your card. For people and families with no insurance or with limited insurance, 800-285-5941. Detroit, save money on tickets. Pistons, Tigers, Red Wings. CraigslistTickets.biz has great seats at low prices. Joe Louis Arena tickets are on sale. For more information, 877-870-3668. Comerica Park tickets now available. For more information, www.craigslisttickets.biz, or for more information, 877-870-3668. You are listening to Detroit Sports Jersey live on FM 88.1 WHPR Power Talk Live Radio. Live call-in number 313-868-3688. And now back to host Will and co-host the Water Cooler Guru. Straight sports talk, no professionals here.
Thank you very much. And once again, thanks to our sponsors. Like I said, if you didn't get none of that information, we always, we download our show every Sunday, DetroitSportsJersey.com. Once again, DetroitSportsJersey.com. All right, Lions, a future guru. If you can wake up over there for a minute. We only got a few minutes left. I mean, you're dozing.
It all depends on the free agency and the draft, what they do.
Let me ask you a question. Who should they keep and who should they let go? They're talking about getting rid of Sue and Calvin Johnson, but keeping Cliff Avery.
Well, where you getting your information from? You
I got scoops.
I got bootleg cable, man.
I got inside scoops, baby boy. I'm telling you. What I hear out here in the streets.
Calvin Johnson, Sue, and the quarterback is going nowhere.
I mean,
according
to these idiot fans, they talking about they should get rid of Sue and use him to move up in the draft.
Y'all like with that bootleg cable. See, this is a good lesson for you out there. Do that bootleg cable, you get wrong information.
I mean, why you got to tell everybody that my cable is illegal? Why you? I thought that was our secret. Oh man, you gonna have Comcast come knocking down my door.
Your neighbor wondering why that cord is running the car.
Enough, I steal the internet. So you think that depends on
the draft?
You say what?
The draft and free agency. They're gonna have to draft well. A lot of players, and the way the league is set up now, it's set up for the teams not to be able to afford their superstars with this hard salary cap. So you got to be able to draft well and, groom the guys that's less expensive.
Now, if they go over the cap, don't they get some kind of luxury tax hit or something like that, like the NBA?
I don't think football. I don't think
they
you
just
can go
got
over.
A cap. You can't go over.
I don't think you never hear nobody going over.
I mean, yeah, that's true too. Because
I don't know the details, but you hear all these teams talking about. I mean, everybody talking about. Well, I can't sign him. I'm going to sign a couple of them and let him go, and you know what I mean. So.
But what I don't understand is with the players, they get mad. They don't want to be franchised, right? Why they didn't take that out of the when they was on strike? Why they didn't take that out of the bargaining negotiations? Cause no player like to be franchised. It's good for that 1 year, but that's it. I mean, like for instance, like if they was to franchise Calvin Johnson, he'll make $26 million for 1 year. So that ain't bad for 1 year, but just like Cliff Avery would make $10 to $12 million for that 1 year. But I don't understand. They mad. They don't like. Why they didn't take it out of the when they was on strike in the bargaining negotiations? You don't know. You don't got no answer, no clue. You can't lie to me. Tell me.
So I was not at the negotiation. I have no clue.
You followed it all summer
from the outside.
You was locked out too.
Exactly.
But of course they gonna have to go after the linemen. I think that's their first thing.
Offensive lineman.
Yeah, offensive lineman, secondary in that order, and then running back.
Secondary first, then offensive. Yeah.
No, they putting all their chips in one bag with Louis Delmas. He don't impress me. I'm sorry.
No.
I don't see where they like he's some Ronnie Lott or somebody, some Deion Sanders. I'm confused.
Well, they need 2 corners, man. They need to go get one in the draft and then maybe pick up a free agent.
Spend a lot of money.
Well, you ain't got to spend a lot of money because I think it's only one name guy out there, and he went to, I think, Kansas City or somebody like that signed him.
Where you think Peyton Manning gonna end up at?
I would love to see him go to Houston
For what?
because they got the best defense in football.
Why not Frisco? They got the best defense in football.
And Houston got
And
the best running back.
And the best coach.
Oh, yeah, right, okay.
He beat up your coach last year.
That ain't my coach.
Your coach got mad and wanted to chase him down.
That's more your baby mama drama.
Now, look forward to see what they do in the draft. What do you think they NFL Combine? Do you think that?
Well, you be hating on him, man, but
I don't like that.
But that's where the scouts and the other guys, they got to look at these guys and evaluate them.
But it don't
If that's
mean
the
nothing.
yes, it do mean
It
something.
don't mean nothing. 'Cause they always evaluate them wrong and say they can't. And then the players say they ask them dumb questions
I
in the
understand,
interview.
I understand that, but my point being is this: if you come to the combine and you supposed to be, 6'3", 195 pounds, this 4'2" in the 40, and you come in there and you 5'11", 300 pounds, I'm saying, and can't run a lick.
I mean, but how do you change from 6'3" to 5'11" during a 4-year, 11-game season?
Well, hold it. They claim Barkley was 6'8" coming out of college, and he was only 6'4".
I mean, you can see the difference between 6'8" and 6'4".
How?
You mean to tell me if somebody's standing up, you can't tell if
Well,
they're
why-
6'4" or 6'8"?
Well, why-
Are you serious?
Well, why did they get that?
Are you
hold it,
serious?
hold it. So why did we buy that line while he was in college?
No, answer my question.
No, answer my question.
No, if you saw somebody sitting up here 6'4", you literally would think they were 6'8". You couldn't tell the difference.
This from the TV, no. Evidently,
These scouts go in person to watch these games. What are you talking about?
Okay, so why did
Everybody can't be like you in this,
Well, hold on. See, because you're missing what I'm trying to explain to you. So why did when he come to the basketball combine and they measured him and they said, oh, he's not 6'8", he's 6'4", so it took him to go to the combine?
No, because they was idiots. Because if you're sitting up here looking at this man and saying he's 6'8" and he's 6'4", and you don't know the difference, and you've been a scout for a long, looking at all these tall players, short players for years. These are not no rookie scouts. And if you're a scout and you can't tell a player to 6'4" to 6'8", you need to be fired.
So why did they act like they were so surprising?
They idiots. What part of that you don't understand? They idiots. You literally telling me if you gonna look at a player in person and you know what 6'4" and 6'8" the difference is. Come on. And they all wasn't evaluating him on TV. Maybe they was overhyping him over this and now. Who knows? But
Well, Sammy Davis Jr. was real short, man. In the movies, they made him wear high heels and,
okay, so was Gary Coleman. What's your point? What's your point?
And
What they thought Gary Coleman was 7'1" on TV.
Yeah.
He looked 7'1".
When he went to the crack house, he was 7'1".
And then, come on, there you go. Putting rumors out there about Gary.
I ain't putting no rumor in
Rest in peace, Gary.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. What are you doing, man? Let me get up off the air here. Give me some final words before we get out of
here. They
here.
ain't gonna do me like they did my man on ESPN, are they?
I told you he was gonna get fired, didn't I? Yeah.
It was 2 of them.
Yeah, well, one got suspended, one got fired. Yeah, that's right.
Maybe
right.
the chink in my arm.
Okay, all right. On that note, say your final word for the FCC rush in here and start giving you some Rodney King.
All right, I want to apologize to Coleman. I didn't mean to come on him that hard. Hopefully, y'all fans will forgive me.
I'm not.
I'm under pressure. See what
I
I'm
hope
saying?
they don't.
Pressure. I'm under pressure.
Any final words before we get fired today?
Okay, I'm disappointed, but I'm still riding with him. King and Persian lost in the friendship game over the weekend. The girls, that is. I don't think the boys is coming up yet. I missed it. I didn't see that one yet. But I'm rooting for Persian and King to bring us back state titles in basketball, which will be state tournament start up in March.
All right.
Oh, I want to give a shout out to Michigan.
Michigan State.
Yeah.
Red Wings, 23-game home.
You're not struggling, G. They done lost 2 in a row.
So next week, I'm going to give my pick for the N.B.A. Finals. I've been holding out all year. But fans, I would give my pick next week of what team I'm telling you is going to win the N.B.A. title.
Charlotte.
No. As a matter of fact, I'll say it right now. Oklahoma, the Thunder. I'm going out on the limb. And you can't even question that.
Hold on. He's going out on a limb with the team with the best record.
Exactly.
Wow.
And the best 2 players. Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
What a limb you on.
All right. We'd like to thank you for joining us. Join us next Sunday in 2 weeks. The Guru will be sitting in with the free agent because I will be on vacation.
The show really going to get live.
I'll be on vacation. All right. Thanks for joining us. DetroitSportsJersey.com. Just in case you missed the show, I want to go back and check it out. DetroitSportsJersey.com. I'm your host, Will, with the Water Cooler Guru.
Goodbye, y'all.
Thank you for tuning in to Detroit Sports Jersey. Until next week, same place, same time, Sunday at 10 a.m. on FM 88.1 WHPR, Power Talk Live Radio, with your host, Will, and co-host, the Water Cooler Guru. Live call-in number 313-868-3688. Live streaming at FM881WHPR.com. Straight sports talk, no professionals here. Have a great week.